Hey, folks, welcome back on another session on Azure. So, today we have with us Mr. Mukesh Kumar Rao, who is a cybersecurity consultant and coach and an uh, I think he's a Azure expert and a certified ethical hacker as well. And you also must know him as a co-founder of Tech Twins Technologies Limited as well. So, he's a multi-phase personality and a really nice, experienced person in Azure. So, I think he'll be very best person to teach you about Azure security services and infra level service. So, without wasting any time, let's begin with the session. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Arun. Nice to meet. Hi, everyone. Welcome. This side Mukesh. Today, the topic is, all about the Azure security and services part is there. So, of course, we're going to see what are the services we have in Azure, particularly. So, this is a one session that I have started. In that, we will discuss about the different services are available and provided by the Azure. And in the upcoming more session I will do in which you're going to learn practically step by step, like how to configure and what are the configuration process we have to follow. So today's session is just more on to the basic and the introductory part about every services which are available on Azure cloud platform. So let's start. We're gonna share my screen. So coming with the presentation part, let's go. Okay. So discussing about today's agenda, that will be the overview. We're gonna learn about the general Azure security part, then different perspective. Like in cloud platform, you already know, or maybe not. So it is three type of services we are providing. That is infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. So in different process, we have different kind of security perspective is also there, and the clients and the users are also different. So different level of users, we have to provide different security process and the protection part. So this is divided into four categories, like the infrastructure level part, then we have the platform as a part and software as a platform, and the last is not but least, that is the premise services, on premise services, when we connecting the on-premise platform with a Azure platform. So what are the services we have to use in terms of security? These are the things we're going to discuss today. It's just an introductory part. So in the upcoming session, we're going to learn more about the depth, how to configure the different kind of security services we have available. So coming with the first one, there you can see the architecture about Azure platform. Like somebody is already working the IT industry, so they know how the services we can access on cloud platform. But someone who is first time checking with the Azure and Azure security, so this is the basic structure we have. On the right side, you can see we have the Microsoft Office is there, different applications are running, and the on-premise, that is the physical servers through which we are managing in a organization or in a company. Now that can be connected with Azure directly, and we shift to the cloud platform. So there, we have lots of question comes about the security, like trust issue, migration related, question comes, data loss is there, any backup is available or not. This kind of question comes to a customer before they're getting access or moving to the Azure cloud services. So this is the different approach. We're gonna see how actually we are providing security on Azure platform. If somebody is coming first time to use a Azure platform, so there are different of services are there. Let's start with the first one. So this is a general highlighted security platform. The first is we call as security center, in which you can see the overall dashboard about the resources which are running on a Azure platform. Mainly the compute services, how they are managing, what are the workload they have to provide. Just like, okay, if you take in a simple, uh, in our own system we have virtual machines we are using, that can be software. We use VMware workstation or be player, or maybe the Oracle VirtualBox, or maybe somebody using Hyper-V. So in that also we can say multiple operating system we can use parallelly. So there should not be any security method is enabled that we can set up. Now coming the same scenario in the cloud platform, what actually cloud in Azure you can provide it. It can monitor your all the traffic. It can be from the private cloud platform, or it will be connected with the public cloud platform also. So these are the things we can check out, and we also check that what are the security solutions is properly configured or not. So these are the suggestions is also given by the Azure Security Center. The second service is the keyword. Now keyword you can take like we have some password saving applications are available, on which we can save or store different kind of login platforms passwords. So that is also currently we have in the Azure platform, that is we call as keyword. Now in that, uh, different kind of users we will create in the Azure platform. So using that thing we store their password in a secure, that it will be encrypted, and having a strong security and the crypto algorithms we use to secure that particular password. So Azure provide a very strong security methods to store it. Then the third is the monitoring logs. This is for the monitoring purpose, that is comes into the cloud security part, like whatever the services we are using as a resource. So whenever a person log in to access maybe from cloud, a public platform, or maybe a private platform, so all the services monitoring is going on a continuous basis. The start of the machine, then closing, or maybe we are terminating the service. So all the information can be stored on the logs files. So from there we can identify, or mainly we can do this thing for the analytics based and insight based to get more efficient resources we can use for our business purposes, and personal work also, or some documentations we have to do that. And last we have in the overview that we call test lab or development testing. This is mainly belong to the platform security services, where mainly the developers are working to minimize or controlling this source code analysis. Whatever the applications we are hosting on cloud platform, it can be a mobile based, it can be a native, or maybe a web application part. So there we can reduce the vulnerability related issues, or any kind of threat can be possible on that application. So for that we use this service to do the testing. It will be in a very fast to check the source code, and particularly minimize the possible threats. So this is comes into the general, that is again a very common to every service we are using. If you are taking as a private cloud service or as a public cloud service, in both the platforms we will check this all services are available. Now this is the one dashboard you can see about the security center, and there you can see these are the alerts comes. This is just a sample. I have taken a one screenshot in which you can see the recommendation part, how many alerts is coming or not. And also it is providing a smart solution that some resources we have not configured properly, so it will give security solutions part also, that this is the things we had to do. So in the prevention method you can see we have color, bar is given, that is red, orange, and green part. So that is showing that which are the level of security that we have to work on it. So the red level is come into the high severity, orange you can come into the medium level, and then we have yellow, oh, yeah, sorry, the blue is there, that is come into the informative level. So that we have to configure. On that behalf of we can secure our configurations very strong. So these are the recommendations is also provided by Azure security services. Now coming to the store security, that is in a storage part. Just like in our systems, we use maybe BitLocker we use to secure our hard drive volumes. The same way we have different services are available at different storage level. So first is the storage encryption part that automatically encrypt any store that we are working. Generally, if we using any virtual insta machine to launch, so that particular drive we can use to store, and it will be encrypted. So that will give you a double assurance that whatever the data and whatever the informations you're using, it is secure in a platform. And other services also have like client side encryption. Then we have the store share access signature. Then we have account keys is available, and some SMB related file sharing security protocols is also available when we are transferring some data from one instance to another instance, or from one region to another region of the Azure platform. So these are the services we have in the storage level, that storing our data. It can be in a block storage, or it can be in a file system storage. So these are the services we use particularly. Now coming to the database, so this is mainly you know important service in terms of platform as a service. Users who are developing an application, who are working on website, so their database connected on the Azure platform. So Azure providing a variety of range security in terms of database. You can see we have SQL firewall, cell level encryption is also there, then we have connection encryption is there, then always inscription. It is different steps by step that provided by the Azure platform. So coming with the firewall, like this is used to stop SQL injection kind of vulnerabilities or IDOR vulnerabilities, and we have particularly server side related issues comes or vulnerabilities we have on web application. So for there, this SQL firewall used to protect against this kind of attacks. It convert in application level as well as in the network level also. So in application level, we use web application firewall for the application that will be we see in the network part. In this we have SQL firewall. Then coming with the cell level encryption. So that is provided on different application, particularly blockwise. So that can be very strong encryption we have to secure the applications and API, which is we are using for the mobile application and web app application levels. So these are the services we use as database as a security. Now for payment related applications, when we are hosting on Azure, so for that we use SQL always encryption part, which is particularly examples of debit cards and credit cards we have to store. Like we do online payment on e-commerce website and some payment related applications, so that personal information should be secure on a double level. So there we use always encryption service. That is a part of database security. Now this is a one diagram you can check out with a policy which is connected with the public platform Illuminio, and this is the Azure Infra part is there, in which you can see we are in this diagram. You have MS SQL database server is running, and all the traffic which is incoming and outgoing, that we can also call as inbound and outbound traffic. So that will be checked by the Azure server level firewall, that is we also call SLF, and then it will connect with the database clients, which are maybe if you are using private cloud platform, so we have different virtual machines which are connected to access that particular service. So this is how one approach that we use and securing the security of database process part. And over that we follow some policies, like what are the whitelisting and blacklisting we have to do for the IP addresses, and what are the roles we have to define in different port levels, like 80 port levels, 53 is there, then we have to go for 43, or we are using some proxy servers. So there, we enable as port level securities. So these are the policies, defined in firewall part to configure it. Okay. Now moving the second services we have, that is the IAM, or we also call as identity and access management. This is related to the users and groups belongs to organization. There we have, this is dedicated with the Azure Directory Services mainly, particularly because there we have to define at different level of security protocols, which will be defined as per the individual users as well as group level also. So in that we have the first one that we call as a role based control access, that is we also call RBAC. So in that every user which is working in an organization that have different level of uh, security services, and the access of resources is defined. Let's suppose in a company we have 200 of employees. In that we have defined in a different departments. We have created four departments like HR, finance, development department, and security. So in different departments we have different kind of resources allocated, and the employees which are working, they have their own access is available. So that is provided by the IAM service. Then we have the Azure Active Directory. It is just like same which we are using on Windows Server platform on a on-premise. Now that is convert or migrated into Azure platform also, which is we have double authentication, and we can divide into the different tenant groups, uh, particularly, so that we can use. Then one more is that B2C, that is business to customer, that is connected for the public cloud platform services. If you are providing access someone to access through their customers about the Azure resources, so there we use this service. And the last two is for, one is for the domain service protection, which is we use on the domain controller in Active Directory. And the last is for the multi-factor authentications, that is enabled in all the services. Taking example of two-factor authentication we have to enable, or Azure function level we have to enable on the any applications which is used by the employee or maybe the customer. So this is one of the important area when we are defining how a person can use a resource on Azure platform. Okay. Moving further, so this is in one directory we have process part, or there you can see. So Active Directory is a particular, you can say in a simple way, where we are managing all the users and groups in an organization. So on-premise applications is also accessible, and also in the cloud platform also, we are accessing the things. So this different applications we are using, mobile applications we have, system applications we have. Some of the internal employees are working, so they have their own level of authentications is available, and others we have the external part. So that is defined with the help of IAM policy and integration level. So that is work on both on the cloud platform as well as in on-premise services. That is private servers we are using, which is Windows environment. Now this is one more important area in terms of on-premise as well as cloud platform backup and disaster recovery. Uh, uh, this is mainly for the new customers who are migrating on the Azure platform. So there we introduce this service first of all, because any new customer comes to us, say that we want to migrate on cloud platform. Okay, so the first question always comes that what is security is available when we are migrating from on-premise server to the cloud platform. Is there is any data loss is available? if we just migrate, there is any issue comes with the server configuration, or we have to use some other subscription part or any other security solutions. So for that, Azure is providing two service. The first is the Azure Backup, in which you can back up all the resources you are running in different geolocation wise also. That is option is also comes for the private cloud part. And for public cloud, we can do the mirroring part on different region level, or you can say zone level in the part. And the second is the site recovery, which is we use. Sometimes what happen, like let's suppose in Asia we have created some resources, they are running, and suddenly the workload is increased. So what we're gonna do, we can just take uh, another site or other location. In that we can just create the same resource, or you can say secondary server. So that can be backup is available every time. So traffic management is also handled by the help of this. Or if in case the workload is increased, maybe the server crash or maybe it is not working properly, so we can use the another server to recover that particular service for the end users. So these two services use in the Azure part as a backup recovery. Now this is a very important backend part, we can say, in the networking, like everything which is connected, maybe from public cloud platform, private cloud platform, or on-premise platform. So networking is an important part because the data flow from one system to another system, or maybe from one cloud application to another cloud application. So we need internet, and the network is required. So we have multiple services is provided by the Azure. The first we call as network security group. Then we have the VPN, application gateway, firewall, load balancer is there. Management, for that we have application, traffic is there. DDoS protection is also there, and some endpoint security. So first, if we talk about security group. Now, what actually the security group is? Let's suppose we are creating multiple resources, and that thing we can combine as a one part. So we create a group in which we can just put all the resources in the security group. So we can monitor as a center, not individually. We have to monitor. We can just combine all the resource and we can monitor as a group. Then VPN is just like virtual private network we use as a client end part. So that service is also available in the Azure. Let's suppose some of the services we have to showcase, or we have to give access to some outside the organization or third party person. So to access that thing, we provide Azure VPN Gate in that part. That will be cross premise, or from one platform to another platform, or maybe from Azure to AWS platform or Google platform. So there we use VPN to give the access. And now what actually the VPN is, if I say simply, it is a virtual private network which is providing your encryption over the data, and creating a tunnel in which all the data come from the client to the server in a tunnel, and that will be secure over the internet platform. So what that is what we call as virtual private network. Coming to the application gateway, so this is actually be set up on the web applications and mobile application part. In there, whatever the access that is coming, or giving the response from the client end or the server side, so there we enable SSL and TLS certifications, so that application should be secure, as well as the traffic which is traveling, that can be also secure. So there we use Azure application gateway, and over that we implement one more firewall, that is we call as web. So that is we use to stop all the vulnerabilities like SQL injection, cross-site scripting is there, you know session management, broken authentication, or if I say particularly over covering more than different securities vulnerabilities that can be exploitable or that can be harmful to a application. So from that, web application firewall is used to secure. Then we have the load balancer. Load balancer is to use to handle particularly the traffic. If we take example of e-commerce websites, so we do providing sales coming, some offer is coming. So at a certain time, what happened? Let's suppose just taking an example, we have coming the festivals. So in the festival time, we got a lots of traffic over the websites or application due to the some offer is coming, or we are getting some new products. So customers are visiting, maybe they are buying or just visit. Due to that, what actually happened, the traffic is increased on the application level. Okay. So what actually happened? Maybe we have not that much configure, or that much cannot be handled by the server part. So there we use load balancer to redirect that particular traffic to another machine or the application, so that client will always get a better experience and better service at the end user part. So there we use load balancer, or you can say Azure load balancer service. Then we have express route. This is actually used between the private cloud scenario, where we have to connect with the on-premise services over the cloud platform. Generally, this thing we can use on the banking applications also, because banking applications they cannot store all the database on the cloud platform. Correct. That is, security concern is always be there. So they have the backup is available on the premise services, and these applications which are running, that is running on cloud platform. So the connectivity with cloud and their on-premise service. So there we use express route connection, or you can say the service part. And this all the services that we have enabled to monitor that, to manage that thing. So there we use traffic manager, mainly for the domain controller and DNS approach part, to manage and access that how the traffic is working, and how we can protect, what are the suggestions come. Then for multiple users of applications we have, so in that part, what actually we use proxy services we use. One approach is to, we cannot highlight that what is the original server is there on which the website or any mail server or FTP server is running. So there we use proxy services, or you can say proxy applications. So in that, what actually happened, there we cannot reveal the original IP of a server, we just taken a reference part. So there we use application proxies. Firewall is just in a normal firewall. You can take a reference with uh, particularly the inbound and outbound traffic which coming. So for that we are protecting. In that we do port bind, allow, disallow, deny or accept, as well as checking the IP addresses request and the traffic. It can be particularly we can do whitelisting, or we can do the blacklisting to stop the part. And sometimes what actually happens, like cloud platform is very big infrastructure, so there we require DDoS protection also. Now what actually the DDoS is, it is simple denial of service attack, which is we use to give a request continuously to a one system from a single platform. But DDoS is a distribution denial of service attack, in which what happens, we are getting a request from multiple you know resources to a single server. Due to that, what happens, server got confused, or server don't have that much time to respond every request in a particular time period. So for that, we use DDoS protection in that level. And the last we have in the network is the virtual network service, that we use to provide the virtual network, which is connect. It is a part of endpoint service which we have in the infra level. So when we configure virtual machines there, so there we have to provide the end-to-end security about the virtual machines, maybe from one Azure account to another Azure account, and we have different tenant groups. So there, we use this network services in that part. Now, if I showcase you the DOS protection in a live platform, so there are some of the websites you can check. There you can get a little idea that how but attack. So you can just search cyber attack live map. You will get multiple websites. There you can see that how attack is going on a real time. These are the website provide you some platforms that how the things go. There you can see. It's just loading. This is a one from the FireEye. So you can see different country doing the live attack. And as per today, they have count around 6 lakhs plus attack as per this particular platform. When we have one more, you can see checkpoint we have from the threat cloud. So there you can check this thing. So this is how the DDoS attack can be performed in a different platform. For DDoS, you can get this digital map is also there. It will give some past attack scenario that how multiple systems giving a request. So there you can see the recorded map how started and then initially done. So that is approach is available. Now this thing can be secure at a high level. So Azure providing the DDoS protection on that part. Moving further, so this is the one diagram we have of the application gateway file, in which you can see the structure that how application firewall connected with the security center, and this is collecting all the logs. So that log can be given for the analytics base, Azure storage, and some events that we have to check out. So this is a small structure that how all this combine, and we can see in the security center. I will showcase you uh, in the demo part so that how this can be monitored and we can check it. Then one of the upcoming or some of the people this particular term everybody is hearing if they are working on Azure platform about the Sentinel service you have, or you can say Microsoft Sentinel, or maybe you heard about Azure Sentinel. This is the one new platform which is integrated with machine learning and AI base, so that we can detect high level, or you can say new possible threats which cannot be identified by the help of antivirus or firewall or anti-malware softwares. So in this platform, what actually we do, we work on the real time, which we connect the tools we have SIM tools connected, and so that is security orchestration we use to work on the enterprise level security. Tools maybe you heard about is Splunk, QRadar by IBM, ArcSight is there, Alien Vault is there. Okay, so these are the tools we use to monitor in a real time. Then we hunt and identify what will be new kind of malwares or some threats can be possibly attack on Azure platform or any applications which are connected. So there we use this particular tool process part. Then this is the particular dashboard you can see about Azure Sentinel, because if you want to use this particular, so we have a 30 days of trial access is available in the Azure account that you can use. But you can see these are the third party companies we have about AI analyst from the dark trace, phishing based detection, Akamai security event we have to check. So these are the third party connectors we can connect to collect the data from different possible threats, and on that behalf of it will analyze the real time attack. So there we have incident workbook, and on the configuration part we use playbook to create different kind of activities, and on that behalf of we can detect if any possible upcoming threat can be attack into the organization of cloud platform. so that can be secure or we can mitigate at the real time. So there, we use Sentinel. More of the things is available to work on. We do on a different level. So that is just an introduction part we have given in that way. Now, if I showcase you the Azure platform, I just running in a one machine there. So this is in a platform in which you can just go to Azure. Here you can click on the all services. There you can go to security option. You will get all the list of services. In this, you can see some of the options is showing preview option because as per the my subscription, I have the access of these services only. We take different services are available. So in enterprise, we can connect with this particular platform. We have Microsoft Defender of IoT is also available. So IoT devices which are connecting, for that we also have the security services available. Then we can say we have the keyboard. So I have just connected a one machine. There you can go to compute. I have just launched one virtual machine so that you can check out. Here you can see there is a one machine is running. This one. It is Windows Server 2012 which I am running just to showcase like what are the options are available. So there you can see this is the virtual machine is running. I have just taken our RDB connection so that we can check out what are the security things we can check. So when we click on the machine, there you can see the activity log here. Okay, this is regarding the virtual machine part, but you can go to this particular option in setting. So there you can just click, you will get a security related all the informations. So let's see, it is just loading. Let's wait for a minute. And if you want to check out the inside of a monitoring, so there you can get this inside option. So firstly, when we click on the security, you can see there is no recommendation is given. There is no alert is there, and server is running properly. It is running properly, so there is no issue with that part. If there is some problem comes, so we'll get a particular alert here. You can enable the defender for this, so we'll get more security aspect on that part. Or if I showcase you all the recommendations which is given by the by default from Azure, so there is a list of policies and framework is given. In that you will get different level of security measures. There you can see. So for this window machine which I am running, it is showing this status. I just started half hour ago. So there you can see what are the recommendation is provided by the Azure. It is a smart protection security they are providing. So there you can see the resource health is showing unhealthy, and we have one high level uh, warning is there, or you can say recommendation we have to enable. So this is the list we have in given process part. Coming from here, machine, there you can see. I think some more other resources is also enabled, so that particular list is given there. If I just click on there, so see. So I have running 4 resources, but only one machine is currently running. Rest is in stop. So this is the description we have got, that this is medium level. Interval we have checked just 24 hours ago. This is a description it is giving, and if any recommendation is there, so there get it, like unhealthy resources these are. So it is showing that on board to any vulnerability assessment. So we have to enable. Let's say if I click any one machine, then you can just go and check the fix option. So it can be fixed by default, or maybe we have to do manually. So both option is available in the Azure platform as per the recommendation part. Correct. Okay. So that thing is enable there. Now moving further. So just a second. Okay, so that option is enable in that level. We have enabling. Now moving further, so this is the options are available about the update virtual machines. Health part is there. Then going further, so here you can see the insight in the monitoring part. So what is the resource and health is enable of a virtual machine? That thing we can see here. Okay, anything is load or not? Let me just check. No option. Just it is loaded. So I think I have not enabled any monitoring part. We just enable it. So after some time, we will see the traffics like how the machine is performing, how it is enable or not. That thing we can able to see with the help of Azure monitoring tool. Now you can just go here and you can just search with the security services. So these are the options comes about the Azure Active Security, security baseline. That is the part. So let's go to this particular basic one. This is an initial basic one. So now it is in a move to the Intune. That is the new service we have, what we call as Microsoft Intune. So it is provided by the Microsoft. Right now the name is changed to get direct access with the admin part. So that is the service we have. Now then if you search with the uh, security, so you can get in a firewall manager and policy here for the application level. Or let's suppose we didn't get any service name by that. So you just go there and click on the all services here. Then you will get all the security related service details here in that part. Okay, so these are the different services we have, which I know just cover as a first time, which coming with into the Azure security career part and that thing. So in the upcoming session, I am also doing there. I will showcase you how to configure this thing and how to monitor, because we have different level of services provided by the Azure. So that thing we have to see with the scenario basis. Correct. Uh, so these are the options are available for that part. Now moving further, so if somebody want to start their career into the Azure or Azure security, looking for, they know a little bit basic about the cyber security and how to do protection, correct, and the fundamentals of cyber security. So I have given you one roadmap is also there that you can check out it. This is the So you just have to complete your Azure Fundamental certificate. Then maybe you want to uh, go with the security compliance or identity fundamentals. You can give, or else you can directly go to the Azure security engine, that is AZ500. So in AZ500 we have covering all the Azure services, that how to enable firewall, what are the configuration we have to do in the IAM, what will be the roles and policies we have to define, correct. So that is for the Azure security engineer. And if somebody is looking for the SOC profile, that is security operation uh, center level part, there we work on the SIM tools or working on the Azure or sentinel level service. So their little bit path will go with different, like they can go with the operation analyst part. And if but anybody want to expertise in IAM, so there we have to cover this S300 certificate, that is identity and access management system part. So this is the one area that you want to move on, particularly in the Azure security profile as a career, if anybody want to go. So in the upcoming session, we will more discuss about the step by step, that how we actually perform these services one by one and a different level. So this is just for the introductory part for everybody, that what are the services we have, how you can access. In the next session, which I will do, So there, we will learn how to configure as a one by one services. So this is for just an introductory, like which are the services we have uh, in security part. More services you can get, like in a database. If you go there, you can see these are the database platforms available. Okay, and in that, when we configure any SQL server, so there you can see. If you go, I didn't have launch any service currently, so we have to firstly create. Then there, we can monitor all this thing. So you can get all the part in the security center. So there, you get this baseline is available. Then you can go to Defender to enable it. So these are the options are available in Azure platform that we can use it. So this is all about the introductory on Azure, that what are the different services we have in different sections in terms of infrastructure level, platform level, and software level part. And some of the services that we use that will connect with on-premise to the cloud platform. Just like if you are use express route, so that is a one feature we have available. You can connect with this service and directly we want to connect, so we use direct this service we have available. So this is just a demo account I have created, so there I didn't have configure anything right now, just to know that what are the service we have. So any question anybody have in that part, let me know. uh, Regarding the Azure, any question is there, I am welcome with the question if anybody have. This is some learning resources I have provided in the part, so I will upload that thing. You will get all the resources there for the beginner level who want to start learning about the Azure security services step by step. So documentation is available that you can go to work on it. So anyone have any question, any doubt is there, let me know in that part, or any question regarding the platform based or any certification based. So anybody can ask it. I'm there. No one is there. Okay, no problem is there. So this is a resource I have provided for beginner level, who want to start. And yeah, so in the next session we will start with the initially how to configure, and we'll do the practical things to configuration. So let's hopefully can connect it with me. So in the upcoming sessions we're going to do more practical things about the Azure security services, how to configure and what are the platforms we have to do to work on it. Yeah, so thank you all for the time part, providing your valuable time. I hope you have just gone through with some introductory level resources, how to use. And yeah, sure.
Yeah, very, very thank you, sir, for delivering such an interesting topic where we have Suresh Kumar with us and he's saying very informative. Thank you for sharing the info.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
And so thank you very much that at last you took the part which the students in the personals really find it difficult, that which roadmap should they follow for the certification and each
Yeah.
and everything. So it was really nice of you for thinking about the problems and uh, planning the things of the session in the way the students or the persons who are learning or where they face the difficulty. So thank you very much. And guys, you can join our Discord server where we provide you the community support and you get to know about the upcoming events, as well as we have quiz every Friday where you can win goodies from Microsoft also. And if you have any kind of queries, you can connect with the mentor directly on LinkedIn. He will be more than happy to help you if you have any kind of queries, or you can ask the doubts in the Discord as well. I think he's there all there also.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
he'll help you out there as well. And if he's busy due to some of the work, then another some of the experienced person will definitely help you. So thank you, sir, for coming here and delivering the session and enriching our audience knowledge level. And thank you, everyone, for joining us and spending your precious time with us and for being so patient and learning with us. Thank you, everyone. See you in the next session. Thank you all.
Thank you all.